Namaste yogis. Today I'm mixing pregnancy yoga and non-pregnancy yoga together. So this is a practice that you can do with other people if you are pregnant and not have any fear around whether this practice will be right for you, because I'm going to give you all of the tools to use in a regular yoga class. And the theme of today, what we're going to do is I'm going to flick through this book and I'm going to stop there. So, the theme today is throw away any old messages. So, I'm going to be talking us through the passage in this book, and just by chance really for us to use something that maybe we'll resonate with, maybe we won't, but maybe we know that someone else might resonate with this message and we can pass that on to others as well. So let's start firstly just sitting on a bolster or a block. Pregnancies, please use support underneath the hips. Non-pregnancies, I always like to use support anyway, but it's up to you. But we do want to just support the pelvis, and have yourself a couple of blocks, straps, anything else that you do usually use in your practice anyway. So just start by bringing the left hand onto the heart and the right hand onto the tummy, and close the eyes and start connecting with your breath. Just noticing how it's feeling. Observe how the breath is flowing. Are you filling your lungs completely? Or are you taking more of a shallow breath right now? No need to change anything, we're just observing. Do you feel as if you're breathing more into the base of your tummy, or maybe you're breathing more into your heart? And still working with our breath at the same time, just have a little check-in with the rest of the body. So how are your shoulders? How's your neck? Are you releasing any muscles in the face? Do you feel that you're still holding on to the past facial expression? Are you able to maybe take a nice big yawn and open the jaw nice and wide? Excuse me. Maybe bring a smile to your face. And checking in with the back. Do we feel as if we're sitting tall, or do we feel a little bit rounded? If you're feeling rounded now, I'd like you just to lift up and grow a little bit. And the legs, are we holding tension in the toes and the knees and the bottom? Are you able to have a slight lift through the pelvic floor? So not squeezing, but just lifting up. So I'm going to read to you this passage called Throw Away Old Messages. Who told you that you were bad and wrong? Are you still letting others tell you that after all these years? Listen quietly. Whose voice do you hear telling you that? Is someone still putting you down, sabotaging your happiness, preventing you from living and moving in self-acceptance, in joy and love? Inhale and breathe in love, peace and joy. Exhale and breathe out negative energy and negative messages. I'll say that again. That's good. Inhale, love, peace and joy. So fill up on that. And get rid of any negative energy and any negative messages. And feel them loosen, disintegrate, feel them release. Feel your soul and your mind and your heart become clear. Reminding yourself that you don't have to let others take your power or rob your joy. Be mindful to not become so accustomed to living with the pain of old and negative messages that you don't notice how much they hurt. Get rid of these old messages out of your soul just as you would pull out barbs or knives. Pull them out one by one and then toss them away. You don't have to work around the pain from these messages anymore. You don't have to figure out how to incorporate that pain into your life. Allow yourself to heal. Find new messages that empower you with love. New messages that set you free. Allow yourself to heal. Find new messages that empower you with love and messages that set you free. So maybe your intention today could be, I allow myself to heal. I clear negative messages away. I inhale peace, love, and joy. I feel my soul and my mind and my heart become clear. Your soul can be at peace, reminding you of that. Maybe a final intention, if you feel that you may resonate with this next one, is just using I throw away old messages. So let's bring the hands from the heart and the belly to a lotus flower mudra. So the thumbs and the baby fingers and the heels of the hands together and the other fingers open up. I'd like you to just drop your intention into your flower, and you can either close the eyes and visualize the hands here at the heart, or gaze into the flower and visualize your intention swirling in any color that resonates with you right now. Slow breaths. And then bring the prayer together, so bringing the hands together, gazing down the fingers. And from your prayer, we're going to take that heart womb mudra, so the yoni mudra, greetings with love. So from prayer, guiding through yoni mudra, so the index fingers and the thumbs together, guide it down to your womb space. And this works even if you're a man, you've still got this area of creativity where, as a woman, your womb will sit. You don't have to have a womb to have this practice and to do this practice and for it to be effective. We're just sending energy down to this area of creativity. And then we're going to come back into that lotus flower mudra, checking back in with the intention, visualizing it, and then guiding from the heart down through yoni mudra to the womb space. Then we're coming to that lotus flower again, to the heart, and just going down. So you may want to breathe in as the flower is here. Breathe out, guiding it down. Breathe in, lift it back up. Breathe out, guide it back down. Maybe you'd like to change your breath by breathing out as you guide it down and inhaling that goodness into the womb here. Exhaling negativity on the way, bringing the flower back, breathing in goodness into your flower, into your heart space, and breathing and guiding that down to your womb space. So whatever visual feels good for you here, as long as you're connecting your intention from your heart to your womb. Pregnancies, guide your intention and your affirmations down to your baby. One more round. And just rest with hands wherever feel good. Maybe hands to your womb space, maybe hands at the legs, maybe hands onto the tummy, onto your baby. And just sit with the breath. Acknowledge any other sensations tingling through the hands. And blink the eyes open, nice and slow. Lovely. Let's just give the legs a wiggle out. So just roll the ankles. And I'm going to recross the legs into the unfamiliar crossing, so the other way. Adjust yourself accordingly. I'm going to take some side stretches. So block to the sides of us if you'd like, or you can just pop the hands onto the floor. Reach the left arm up and reach over to the right, guiding the left hip down. We're lifting and growing. So find length through this top arm. So if you're in a room, maybe imagine you're reaching up to the corner or the part where the wall meets the ceiling. I can't remember the actual word for this. I'm sure you guys can let me know after. Lovely. Come back to centre. Let's go the other way. Reach over to the left, finding that length down the right side of the body. One more breath. And come back to centre. Lovely. Taking the hands behind the back, we're going to bring the right hand to take hold of the left forearm. So the arms, just left arm's dangling down, right arm is clasping onto the left forearm. If you feel that you've started to puff your chest, just guide your ribs down and grow through the crown of the head. And have the throat, the crown of the head, the throat, the heart and the base of the spine all stacked on one line. We're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder and gently pull down ever so slightly with your right hand down on that left arm. Without forcing the head, just let it hang out here. Throw away your old messages. Allow yourself to heal. Breathe in love, peace and joy. Breathe out anything that's not serving you right now. And the chin is going to come to the right collarbone. See how that feels. Is your body giving you any information right now? Are you starting to feel something different, something unexpected here? Maybe you've done this before and it feels different. And then bring the right ear back to the right shoulder. And we're just going to move from collarbone, chin to collarbone, ear to shoulder. Chin to right collarbone, right ear to right shoulder. Last one. And bring the head to centre, nice and slow, nice and gentle. Release the arms and let's take hold of the right forearm with the left hand. Again, be mindful not to puff the chest. Left ear down to left shoulder. Now before we start drawing the right arm down, I'd like you just to observe how this feels on this side. Is it feeling more available than the other side? Maybe this is feeling better than it did last time you did this, if you've done it before. Maybe you're feeling as if it's a little bit less available than the last time you did it. Nothing's good or bad, nothing's right or wrong. Just information. And then start drawing down on that right arm. And then bring the chin to the left collarbone. See how this feels in comparison to the other side. Allow your jaw to remain soft as well. And left ear to left shoulder. So we're just going to move through collarbone to shoulder, same as the other side. Last one. leaving the left ear to left shoulder. Release the arms and slowly bring the head back up. Bring the chin to chest. And lift the chin up, gazing up, allowing the mouth to open. And then bring the chin to chest, so rocking forward and back. Now as you lift your head up, you may want to see how it feels to actually keep the teeth closed, so the mouth closed and the jaw clenched. You may feel that actually it feels so much better to have the mouth open, and that opens up that space and relaxes. There's less resistance to the movement. Lovely. And then we're going to rock from ear to ear, so shoulder to shoulder. Nice and slow and gentle. And then bring the head to center and turning the head over the right shoulder. Maybe keep the eyes closed for this so you can really feel. So left to right. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Last one. Head to center, chin to chest, and we're going to rock left to right. So just swinging and swaying left to right. If you feel safe and able, you are welcome to take your head in a full 360 motion. It's not for everyone, so if you know your neck doesn't feel good when you do this and you don't feel safe supporting your head right now doing this, then just rock from side to side. And let's go the other way if you're going 360. Lovely, one more. And we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So, pregnancies. If you're new to pregnancy yoga, we're gonna I'm just going to show you how to come onto hands and knees in a way that you'll want to get used to. So we're going to take the feet over to one side, and your hands go the opposite way of where your feet are going. And then we come over to hands and knees, and that just stops you from, if you were sat like this, for example, it stops you from reaching forward like this. Okay, so we want to get used to transitioning in a way that will feel good for you and for your baby. Alright, so just rock side to side. Hands are going to be directly underneath shoulders. Up to you whether you want to tuck the toes or you want to have the tops of the feet pushed down. Middle fingers are going to point up to the top corners of your mat. And that's just going to help with getting a little bit more external rotation through the shoulders so we don't find ourselves hunching. And drawing your tummy muscles in, hugging your baby in. And that could be a food baby, it could be a wine baby, it doesn't have to be all about babies today. But obviously pregnancies, definitely go for it. And let's roll through the hips. Oh, that's me clicking. And I think the microphone is right by my mat as well, so that might have been quite loud. And the other way. Awesome. Okay, taking hold of your block or a bolster and popping it between the heels, and you're going to sit back on your block, on your block or your bolster. If you don't have blocks, you can use books, or you can roll up a blanket and use that as a bolster. So hands are going to be at the thighs. We're going to just take a breath in as you reach the heart upwards, shoulder blades are drawing down the back, and as you breathe out around through the back, tuck the chin, tuck the bottom. Breathe in, reaching the heart forward and up, gaze up, jaw is soft. Breathe out. round through the back. Seated cat-cow. If you know that you prefer to do this on hands and knees, then go for that. Pregnancies, if you ever get any carpal tunnel, you can always take your cat-cow here instead. And even if you are on hands and knees and you're doing cat-cow, let's see if we can take some circular motions of the torso. Just to help hydrate the spine. And boost the immune system as well. Deep breaths in, full breaths out. And the other way. Lovely. And let's come back onto hands and knees if you're not already there. And just kick your support out the way. You don't need that at the moment. Alright, let's take ourselves into a down dog. So if you're before 22 weeks and baby hasn't already engaged, come with me for down dog. Anyone else, I just suggest you come down into a puppy dog pose. You can have the forearms down or the forearms up. If you've got any heartburn, I may suggest just staying upright so the heart isn't too far above the throat or the belly isn't too far above the throat. So down dog, before 22 weeks and baby not already engaged, is up where I am. So pregnancies, to keep your feet nice and wide, wherever you are and whoever you are, let's keep the knees bent as well. So draw the tummy button to spine, take a rock side to side. Remember your breath. I'd like us to think about breathing a little bit more three-dimensionally now. So you're going to breathe into the front and the backs of the rib cage and the sides. So really filling up. Lovely. And start walking the hands back to our feet. So if you are on your hands and knees, just walk back and tuck the toes under so you can put the feet on the floor. Pregnancies can always come up to your forward fold here instead. Unless you feel okay, creating enough space for baby between the thighs, and you can rock side to side here or sway. Non-pregnancies, just draw the tummy button in towards the spine so you can create a little bit more space between your thighs and your belly. Shake the head yes and no, slowly. And let's walk the hands up, coming up halfway. So halfway up here, we've got the hands on the thighs, we're just going to sway left to right. Nice and gentle, so a little bit of work through the legs. Deep breaths in, full breaths out. And take a breath in, round through the back, tuck the chin, hug your baby in, drawing abdominals in. And as you breathe out, release the tailbone, reach the heart forward, and gaze up. And then roll up, coming up vertebra by vertebra. Reach the arms up, take a breath in. Breathe out, hands through prayer, heart stays. Lovely. Alright, stepping into the middle of your mats, facing the long side. We're going to just take a couple of rounds of half vinyasas just to get us started. So facing the long side or the short side actually doesn't really matter. I'm just facing this way so I can face you. So feet are going to be hip width apart, or non-pregnancies have the feet together. Take a breath in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, bring the hands down to the thighs. Breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out, walk the hands down the legs, coming into that forward fold again. So use your blocks underneath your hands if you need to. Take a halfway lift here. Breathe out, fold forward. Hands onto thighs. Breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out, release the tailbone, reach the heart forward. And breathe in, roll all the way up, reach the arms, take a breath in. Breathe out, hands through prayer. Lovely, let's do that again. So inhale, reaching the arms up, let's face this way for you. Exhaling, hands come down to the thighs. We're coming down halfway. Breathe in, round through the back. Breathe out, hands come down to the floor. So pregnancies, knees bent, feet together, feet apart. Non-pregnancies, you can take a full forward fold here. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Roll up through the body, coming up halfway. Breathe in, round through the back, tuck bottom, tuck chin. Breathe out, release the tail. And come up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. So non-pregnancies, I'm going to give you the option just to speed this up a bit. So pregnancies, do what we just did. Non-pregnancies, we're going to fold forward all the way down. So instead of coming halfway, breathing in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Roll up all the way. Pregnancies, if you want to give this a go, you can do. So breathing, take a fold forward, hands down to the earth. Just see how it feels, speeding it up. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold forward. Roll up through the body, inhale. The main thing is that you're connecting your breath with the movement. Don't worry if you're new to this and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the right order or if I'm doing this right. When you are doing it right, it feels good. Don't think about it, just move. Even if you're just doing the arms. If you just want to move and do the arms instead, you can. Let's take one more round. Lovely. Okay. Take a moment just to stand and feel tall, feel still. Toes spread upon the earth. Let's take a warrior one. So our right leg is going to stand forward, left leg is going to stand back. So non-pregnancies, your heels can be lining up on the same line or either side of an imaginary line. Pregnancies though, take your feet at least hips width apart, so your feet are not on the same line. Wherever we are, we're bending into the front knee, the back leg is straight. The right hip is wrapping back, left hip is wrapping forward, tucking the tail. Try and straighten up through that back leg, so you're finding that energy, reaching all the way down to the outer back edge of that left heel. Reach the arms up, take a breath in. Breathe out, bring the arms down. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, bring them down. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, bring them down. So you can also use your intention here. So I let go of negativity. I inhale and I'm filling up on joy, on love and peace. And I'm letting go of any of the SHIT. Just letting it go. I'm throwing away old messages. They no longer serve me. They've gone stale. They're no good for me. Lovely. This next one, we're going to straighten the legs. Both legs, reach the arms up. And as you breathe out, we're going to open the right arm forward and the left arm back. So we're taking an open twist in our warrior one. So breathing in, straighten up the legs, square the body forward, breathe out, open your body out to the left. Bending the right knee. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out. Now, non-pregnancies, if you would like to take more of a closed twist, twist over your front leg. I would like to advise pregnancies not to take twisting over your front leg unless you have been told that it's okay by your midwife. But we don't want to be closing off or constricting any space for baby, so just keep it open. Main thing is that we're flowing with the breath, we're pushing against the earth, so we're working with that strength in the legs. Freedom of breath. Should be feeling a little bit of a burn into the arms. Last one. And come back into that warrior one. Arms up tall. Hands come to prayer, or bring your hands to baby, or to your tummy. And you're going to step that left foot forward, and then step the right leg back. So pregnancies, remember, your feet are hip width apart at least. Non-pregnancies, the feet can be closer together. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent, hips are square to the top of your mat, shoulders are above hips as well. Reach those arms up. Breathe out, bring them down. Energy through the outer edge and that back edge of that right leg, breathe out. And keep lifting up through that right kneecap as well. So as you lift up through that back leg, the front of the back leg, you want to be actively pushing down. So see if you can lift the toes off your back foot. Spread the toes. Okay, one more of these. And then we're going to take our twist. So pregnancies, come with me. Inhaling, straighten up the legs. Exhale, open the body out to the right. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, out to the right. Non-pregnancies, go ahead and take your twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And maybe you'd like to just switch sides to the right and to the left. Three more. Come back to warrior warrior one. Front knee bent, hands come to prayer or to baby, and step the right foot forward. And give a little shake out of the legs. Lovely. I'm just going to tip you guys down a little bit because I'm aware that you can't see my feet, I don't think. Should be able to see them now. Not their beautifully manicured toes, but it helps to see my feet. So, let's stand long ways across the mat now. So, long edge of the mat, the feet are going to be turned out. We're going to take a warrior two. So, we're going to turn the left foot in, and your right foot is going to be forward. So this is your leading foot. Same again, pregnancies. Take your feet hips width apart. So maybe walk your right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Non-pregnancies, line up the front heel with the inner arch of the back foot. Take a longer stance. Pregnancies, shorter stance and wider for you. So reach the arms out, drop the shoulders. Now I'm in a stance for non-pregnancy. So if you are pregnant, if you'd like to see more of what it will look like, I'm shortening my stance and widening it out, and my body is more out to the corner. So my arms are more or less lining up on the same line as the top right corner of my mat and the back left corner of my mat. Non-pregnancies, I'm straight down the middle of my mat with my arms. So gazing down your front hand, your right hand, the middle finger. And we're going to reverse our warrior. So we're going to flip the front hand, inhale, reach behind. So reach back, still lifting up through the left kneecap. Energy is running down the back of the left foot. And see if you can pick up the toes of all feet, all 10 toes of both feet, and then pop them back down. Come back to warrior two, breathe in. Breathe out, sink a little bit lower. And straighten up the legs. Make your way back into a wide stance. So feet are going to line up. I'm going to take warrior two on the other side. So left foot turns out. Pregnancies, toe heel the left foot to the long edge of your mat. Shorten your stance, bend into that left knee. Arms are diagonally going across the mat. Non-pregnancies, feet on the same line. Front heel lining up with the inner arch of the back foot. bend into that front knee. See if you can get a nice 90-degree angle of that leg, or at least the knee is stacked above the ankle, so it's not going beyond. Breathe. Hug in the abdominal muscles. Lift the pelvic floor. And we're going to reverse our warrior. So front hand flips over, take a breath in, reach all the way back, lifting through the front of this right leg, guiding down through the back of the right heel. Breathe out, come back to warrior two. Take a breath in, lengthen. Breathe out, sink a little bit lower. And then straighten up the legs. Let's bring the feet back. Taking a wide leg stance again. And we're going to turn the heels out slightly. So the heels are going to be wider than the toes. If you know you're quite tight in the hamstrings, or if you're quite far along through your pregnancy and you're holding quite a lot of weight, have some blocks here in front of you just in case. So we're going to take hold of opposite elbows behind the back. Without puffing the chest, guide those ribs downwards and tuck the tail, bend at the knees. Take a breath in, grow through the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, fold forward, flat back, as flat as can be. If you can, hold it here. The blocks, however, are there to use if you need to use them for extra support. If you're holding more weight with your baby. So we're aiming for an L shape of the body. So if your head is quite close to the floor, I'm just going to ask you to rein it in and lift up. Okay. So we've got the option to reach one arm forward and then take it out to the side. Bring it forward and take it out to the side. So pregnancies, definitely use your block here and just work through one arm at a time. Non-pregnancies, if you'd like to, and even if you are pregnant, it's not that you can't do it, you can, it's just be mindful that you might be holding more weight or might be a bit more tired. But go for it if you want to, both arms. Without shifting the hips back into the heels. So we've tipped forward. What we don't want to do is this. We don't want to be shifting the weight. We want to keep it here, keeping that lift, lifting up through the fronts of the kneecaps, lifting up through the backs of the legs as well. Two more breaths. Bring the hands onto the hips wherever you are, soften into the knees and push up through the feet, lift up. Oh, nice, little bit of burn through the legs. Let's give the legs a shake out. All right, cool. Okay, let's stand at the backs of our mats now. And feet are going to be hip width apart or wider. Right hand is going to slide down the right thigh as far as feels comfortable. So go to your, don't go beyond your edge, but go to where your body says, okay, this is enough for me. You want to be able to pull yourself back up. So you don't want to have to strain to lift yourself up. So you don't want to get to a point. Let's go on to the left where you get there and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to have to really, really bring myself up. So even if you're just working left to right here, just working on that lateral flexion of the spine. Pregnancies especially, be mindful if you have got any lordosis at the moment, if you find that your spine is kind of, you're compensating for extra weight, actively just tuck the tail a little bit more here and rein it in. And if you're feeling up to it, you can reach one arm up, reach it away, and swapping sides, so swaying palm tree. last one to the right and to the left. Lovely. Okay, nice and still. So still at the backs of our mats. If you've got a strap, where's mine? Grab hold of your strap. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. You don't really need one, but it's good to have one just in case. You can use instead the belt, like any belt or a belt from around a dressing gown. Those usually work really well. So back of our mats, we're going to loop our strap around our right foot. Alternatively, if you've got the flexibility, you've got the availability at the moment, you're going to interlace the peace fingers of the right hand around the big toe of the right foot, and wherever you are, your left hand is going to stay on your left hip. So, bending into the knees, you're going to pop the weight into your left foot. So even, let me just show you if you need to see if you're using a strap. Using a strap, putting the weight into your left leg, and you're going to lift up. Now, if you need to bend the knee, you can. If it's possible, straighten the leg. You can use a wall here. 3 more breaths. Standing tall is 2. It's okay if you're wobbly. Don't worry. Use those toes. Slowly soften into that left knee and place the right foot onto the floor. Lovely. Okay, swapping sides. So those with non-straps. You're going to interlace peace fingers of left hand around the big toe of the left foot. Everyone, wherever you are, right hand is on the hip. Softening into that right knee, guiding that left leg up. Either bend the knee, or if it's available, straighten the leg. 3 breaths. Here's 2. 3. Slowly place the left foot down and release. Lovely. Okay, take a roll of the hips. And the other way. Reaching the arms up, take a breath in. Breathe out, walk the hands down the legs. And come onto hands and knees. And then you're going to come onto your bottom. So just sink onto your bum like a mermaid. And use the support of a bolster underneath your bottom or a block. And also we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. So pregnancies, if you've got any PGP or any pelvic niggles, pubic symphysis, anything like that, use something to support your knees so you don't have to take your knees too wide. So you can be here instead. So you can use a strap to keep hold of the knees. Alternatively, use something to pop underneath the knees to keep them propped up like this. Alright, so just something to avoid overflexing through the hips. Oh, sorry, that landed right on the mic. Didn't make a massive noise. Right, so soles of the feet together. Just going to flap the knees a little bit and grow through the body. So this is allowing us to release any pain in the or discomfort in the lower back. It's good if you get any period cramps, IBS as well, when you get a few abdominal cramps from there. Sorry, my camera stopped recording. So, flapping the knees. I know we were here somewhere. And then slow them down. We're going to straighten out the right leg. Support underneath the left knee. And we're going to take an open twist. So, if you're not pregnant, go for a closed twist, so twisting over your left leg. If you are pregnant, take an open twist here instead, so you're opening towards that right leg. So you're always thinking about that open expansion. Even if you're not pregnant, you can still do this one 100%. This is a really nice one to do, just to open out through the chest, but get a slight twist. And working on that healthy rotation of the spine. Two breaths. Come back to centre, swap the legs over, so one by one. Support underneath the knee if you need it. Non-pregnancies, twist to your right. Pregnancies, open, twist to your left. 3 breaths. And come back to centre. Awesome. Okay, let's pop the blocks out the way. We're going to come onto our left, or non-pregnancies, rest on your back, any shavasana that you like. If you are pregnant and you're not finding laying on one side is super comfy at the moment, grab yourself a bolster. You can prop it against a wall and lie against it that way. Or if it feels okay, sit back, allow yourself to be upright here. So it's completely up to you, as long as you're in a space where you can be comfy and you feel safe. And taking a few minutes to breathe and to rest and to be still. Maybe as you start to still the body, you can notice some movement through the rest of your body. So whether that be your breath, whether that be your digestive system, your baby as well. It's often when you come to stillness that they seem to wriggle about a little bit more. Cherish this moment right here, right now, for the stillness, but the movement, that natural movement that we do have whilst we're still. And not only that physical stillness, but mental as well. Throw away old messages. Let them go. Allow yourself to heal and find new messages that empower you with love, that empower you with strength, and that give you the confidence and that little push just to be set free. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. Loka sukhinu bhavantu. Loka spavantu. Loka samasta sukhinu. Loka sukhinu samasta. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the words, the thoughts and the actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and that freedom for all. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. A mantra that we can move from our own personal self and radiate as prayer of love for the world around us. Gently bring some movement back into the body, arriving into the present moment, rolling yourself onto one side, and then bringing yourself up to a comfortable seat of your choice. And bring the hands to heart. Or maybe bring one hand to chest, one hand to tummy, one hand down to baby, both hands to baby, whatever. Just as long as you're connecting with your heart and your body. So I'd like you to repeat after me, either out loud or silently, or even if you just want to listen and resonate with it. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings everywhere be free. May my words and my thoughts and my actions contribute in some way to the happiness and to the freedom of all beings. Thanking yourself for your practice. From my heart to your heart, may you be safe, may you be happy, healthy, peaceful, joyous, and free. Namaste.